Hi, I'm Brad Sugars and I'm the chairman and founder at ActionCOACH. We're the world's #1 business coaching firm. And yes, my team around the world in now 73 countries here on, we're almost 24 years old at this point in time, started in 1993. And a lot of the success of that comes down to the team, and a lot of the team success comes down to the culture that we breed, the culture that we're all guardians of. Till 10 years into the company, I had 12 points of culture. I added a couple on our 10th birthday. And I believe it's these 14 points of culture that have kept us in line as a team and allowed us to become an amazing team that achieves phenomenal results with our clients around the world. You know, our clients deserve most of the kudos because they're the ones who do the work. But I love the fact that as coaches, we get to influence them and change the way they look at business and change the way they look at the world. And I think that part of that is that we recruit the best of the best. And to recruit the best of the best, you've got to have a culture, a set of agreed values, I guess, that people want to live by and work by. Now, we're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We're still human beings. We make mistakes, and that's just part of being human, I guess, in business. But our 14 points of culture have been, I guess, they're a point where you turn to when you know you need to change. It's who we strive to be, how we strive to act every single day. And if I ask some of our most successful coaches, why did you join ActionCOACH? A big part of it is the culture. So I'd like to take you through all 14 points of culture and give you a little bit of an understanding of what they are and why I put them together and what they mean to me, so that you can really understand who it is that you're joining. Because, you know, when you join a team, it's about who you're joining, and, you know, who we are and why we do it is just as or more important than what we do and how we do it. So ActionCOACH's 14 points of culture. #1, commitment. It's good that that's #1. You know, I give myself everything I commit to 100% until I succeed. You know, we just go for it. We do it. That's who we are as people. We commit until we succeed. I'm committed to the vision, mission, culture, and success of ActionCOACH, its current and future team, and its clients at all times. You know, when you commit to yourself and you commit to your teammates, it's a big thing. You know, you don't just take it lightly. We commit to them, and they commit to you. You'll never find a more passionate team that'll help you grow in your business as an action coach. It'll help you become a better coach and do better sales, better marketing for yourself. But on top of that, if you've got a challenge with a client, everyone's committed to all clients. And if a client needs help and you need another coach, me, any other coach to help, everyone's committed to do that. I recommend products and services of ActionCOACH prior to going outside the company. Not a complex one, but I don't know if you've ever been to a hotel where you said to the concierge, oh, where's a great restaurant? And they don't even recommend the ones in-house. They recommend outside ones first. It seems a little crazy, but we commit to ourselves. We commit to the brand. We commit to ActionCOACH, commit to being an action coach, not just a normal business coach, but an action coach, someone who gets amazing results with their clients because we're committed to our clients and ourselves and our team, I guess. #2 is ownership. Now, just the word itself, I guess, ownership, is a very important aspect of what this word is all about. You're the captain of your own ship. Act like it. I'm truly responsible for my actions and outcomes and own everything that takes place in my work and my life. That one's not easy on some days. You know, when negative things happen, I know that I look at it and I think, geez, how am I responsible for this? Well, am I responsible for not having done the work that I needed to do to get to the point where that would have actually, you know, sometimes it's tough when negative things happen to take accountability, but we have to. We have to take ownership of the fact that we created the environment, or we created the lack of work that went into that. And so that's an important one. It's easy to take accountability when you have success and take ownership when you're successful. The challenge is when it's the tough days that, you know, to do that. But when we look to it and we take ownership ourselves, and that's where the second line comes in, I'm accountable for my results, and I know that for things to change first, I must change. If we know that to change our results, to change our relationships, to change our business, that we know that we have to change first, then we get it. You know, we really get what success is made up from. So that one's an important one as well, I think. #3, integrity. It's no more complex than reading the words, I guess, as I always speak the truth. Now, I guess you've got to remember there that different people have different truths. I've met business owners who say to me things like, marketing doesn't work. Well, the way you've done it, marketing hasn't worked, and we've got to change that. So that's important to remember. What I promise is what I deliver. Again, very simple. Be on time, deliver your projects, do what you said you're going to do, help the client the way you said you were going to. I only ever make agreements with myself and others that I'm willing and intend to keep. I think it's important that to outline not just others but yourself as well. I think one of the key traits to success is that people don't kid themselves. They don't lie to themselves around what they're going to do. They tell themselves the honest truth. If a simple one, if you know you're not going to be there till 7, don't say you'll be there at 6 type thing. It's simple. Next line, I communicate potential broken agreements immediately. If I'm not going to be there at 6, and I know I'm not, then call me at 5:30 if you realise at 5:30 you're not going to. Communicate as soon as you can. And the next line, I clear up broken agreements immediately. If you break an agreement with someone and you don't realise till a week later, call them up and say, geez, I forgot to phone you. I just remembered. Make the call. It makes life a lot easier when you live by these rules than it does by a lot of others. Our points of culture are designed to be who we are and who we strive to be. Excellence. Good enough isn't. I always deliver products and services of exceptional quality that add value to all involved for the long term. Those words long term is important as well, but good enough isn't. Near enough is not good enough. We want to be exceptional. We want to be excellent at what we do. We want to make sure we deliver long-term results for our clients. And sometimes that means some short-term pain for some of our clients, but it means ultimately long-term gain. I look for ways to do more with less and stay on a path of constant and never-ending improvement, innovation. Always getting better. As business coaches, it's what we help our clients do to continually get better, and it's what we need to do ourselves. We need to continuously improve the results we're getting for ourselves, our clients, and for everybody. I like to think of it as a personal best philosophy. Always be doing your personal best. Number 5, communication. Now, this one is highly important because when you're building a team, communication is vital. And even if you're using all 6 keys to a winning team, and if you don't know what that is, either read my book on team or watch any of my videos. They're all on my YouTube channel. But it doesn't matter how many of the keys you're using, if you don't have great communication, a team will fall apart. So point 1, I speak positively of my fellow team members, my clients, action coach in both public and private. If a client's annoying you, don't go around bad-mouthing them. It doesn't even matter if it's public or private. If a team member said something, be positive about it. You don't have to say negative words about people. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything good. It says more about you than it does about them. I speak with good purpose using empowering and positive conversation. There's no use putting... that the idea or the notion in communication that when someone puts other people down, they build themselves up is the exact opposite of the truth. When you're a business coach, your goal is to build everyone up. Everyone needs to feel good and great around you. You want people leaving their coaching sessions feeling 10 foot tall and bulletproof. And that's very important. I never use or listen to sarcasm or gossip. It kind of continues on that trend. Sarcasm, whilst maybe it's funny in a TV show, in real life, sarcasm is rarely humorous to all of the people around. Maybe some find it funny, but others take offence to it and get hurt by it. Gossip, same thing. If someone comes to you with something, go to the source. Don't go around it. If someone says something about it, then just call that person up and say, hey, this is what I heard. Is that what you said? Deal with it straight on. Don't deal with it, and don't deal with it by email. That's just too crazy. Negatives and potential negatives need to be dealt with either on the phone or face to face. Is my thought. Acknowledge what is being said is true for the speaker at that moment, and take responsibility for responses to my communication. I think we've already touched on the fact that some people have different truths, and whilst we may not agree, we acknowledge that that's what they believe at this point in time. I take responsibility for responses to my communication. I think that one's really important, especially, whether you're a teacher or a coach or just even in sales scenarios. If you're not communicating well, of course, the other person won't receive that communication well. I've never had a bad audience. I've just given bad speeches. If my clients aren't doing their homework in coaching, I know I'm not coaching them properly. Everyone has different methodologies of communication, and that's when people join our team, we teach them about DISC profiling, behavioural profiling, communication profiling of visual, auditory and kinesthetic. And help you understand how people communicate so you can be better at that. I greet and farewell people using their name. I think that one speaks for itself. I apologise for any upsets first and then look for a solution. I think this is a big one for me. More at home, I guess, than at work, I think. Especially with my wife and 3 daughters. I think that I definitely need to be reminded of that one regularly. Apologise first, solution second. I only ever discuss concerns in private and with the person involved. There's no need to deal with negative situations out in public. There's no need to do it. Positive situations, absolutely deal with it in public. Although positive situations, I'm still a firm believer in shooting someone a quick phone call or a text or an email that say, hey, great job, well done, is better than forgetting about it and not doing it later on. Point 6, success. I love the wording of this one. I totally focus my thoughts, energy and attention on successful outcome of what I'm doing. Too often we meet people that, especially in business, they're like worriers. They worry about stuff and they think, oh, will it work? Won't it work? How will it work? I'm not sure, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my goodness me. Focus on success rather than focusing on the possibility of things going wrong. Focus on what can work and how it can work and be that focused rather than what can go wrong. Does that mean be naive about it? No. Does it mean be crazy about it? No. But it means focus on the successful outcome rather than focusing on the negative outcome. I'm willing to win and allow others to win. Play win-win at all times. That's not a complex thing, but it takes longer. Sometimes to get a win-win means you've got to actually brainstorm and come up with several different solutions. It doesn't mean you jump to the first solution oftentimes. I display my inner pride, prosperity and competence and personal confidence. I'm a successful person. Doing what we call your IVVMs, idealise, visualise, verbalise, materialise. See, when you're a coach, a business coach in particular, a lot of what goes on is between your head and your heart, and a lot of what's happening in your client is in their head and their heart. How you approach your day and being committed to your own success and actually displaying that, a personal trainer needs to work out every day to look their best. Well, a business coach needs to work out their brain as well every single day to make sure that their brain, their head and their heart are fully in what they're doing. And you need to display that, I guess, and not just in who you are, but how you come across and how you carry yourself. Number 7, education. One of my favourites, and it's a big part of our vision, and it's also a big part of our culture. I learn from my mistakes. Yes, you're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. Everybody does. We're humans. That's the way we're supposed to learn. I consistently learn, grow and master so that I can help myself and help my fellow team members and clients learn, grow and master too. Continuous education is a big part of being a great business coach. Without continuous education, your clients pass you. Your clients get ahead of you. They keep studying and learning and you don't. They pass you and you struggle at that point in time. I too am an educator and allow my clients to make their own intelligent decisions and about their future, remembering it is their future. One of the challenges of being a great business coach is allowing, not putting your vision onto your clients. Like you could see how their business can go 10, 20, 30 times, but at this point, all they want is an extra few grand a month. So sometimes you've got to focus on their goals and their future and make sure that you educate them for that level, not just all levels. I impart practical and usable knowledge rather than just theory. That one is one I take a lot of pride on for us at ActionCOACH, is that what we do is about practical, hands-on advice, what to do, how to do it, not just some sort of theoretical mumbo-jumbo. It's practical, it's hands-on, it's time-tested by us and many thousands of our clients beforehand. Point number 8, team. Yep, I'm a team player and a team leader. I use the simple example of if you're playing a sport and you've got the ball, you're the leader at that point in time. If you don't have the ball, you're on the team at that point in time. And you've got to be both for a team to win. Everyone has to be a leader at times and a player at other times. I do whatever it takes to stay together and achieve team goals. That one's a pretty tough one at times. I do whatever it takes to stay together and achieve team goals. First of all, it assumes you have a team goal. And second of all, it assumes that you know the team goal. And third of all, it assumes that the team is willing to stick together and do what it takes. When people aren't willing to stick with the team, it obviously goes to weakening the team and so on. So we stick together and we do what we need to do. I focus on cooperation and always come to a resolution rather than not a compromise. Resolution is where it works for everybody. It goes back to that win-win point of success. Compromise is where one person has to give up on what they need so others get what they want. There's a way to do it if you think about it. I'm flexible in my work and able to change if what I'm doing is not working. I ask for help when I need it, and I'm compassionate to others who ask me. Ability to change, very important part of team. A team must be willing to shift, grow and adapt. And asking for help. When you join Action Coach, one of the things you'll realise is that putting your hand up for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. To put your hand up and say, hey, I need some help, very important aspect of success. Point 9, balance. I have a balanced approach to life, remembering that my spiritual, social, physical and family aspects are just as important as my financial and intellectual. If you've got problems with your family, you're not going to be good at work. If you've got problems with your spiritual or social sides of life, you're not going to be any good at work. You've got to keep a balanced approach, taking care of all aspects of it. Don't let work overrun your life and don't let life overrun your work. Keep a balanced approach to the two. I complete my work and my most important tasks first so I can have quality time to myself, with my family and also to renew. Now, I think that's really important, that people who do the right tasks get plenty of time to relax and do that. People who just do busy work don't. And I think that's an important part of being a great team member and a great person having balance in their own life, is do the work that's important first, that needs to be done first, so that you can get to the other work later and also have time to renew and be with your family and yourself. Point 10, fun. We are an Aussie company first and foremost, and I try and explain that to some people who've never been to Australia, and then eventually they come to a conference and hang out with all of us Aussies and they get it. I view my life as a journey to be enjoyed and appreciated, and I create an atmosphere of fun and happiness so all around me enjoy it as well. Work is not about a bad time. Work is about fun. Our conferences are about fun. Our times together, it's about enjoying yourself, and your coaching should be fun with your clients. It shouldn't be life or death. It should be about enjoying it. Point 11, systems. I always look to the system for a solution, and even see these 14 points of culture are a system, and you can look to them for a solution and say, okay, where am I falling down, to be able to see where performance needs to get better. If a challenge arises, I use a system correction before I look for a people correction. W. Edwards Deming put it best, I think, when he talked about, more than 80% of failure is systems failure in most cases. And the lack of a system is also systems failure. I use a system solution in my innovation rather than a people solution. I follow the system exactly until a new system is introduced, and I suggest system improvements at my first opportunity. The philosophy behind our company is that systems should run a company and people should run systems. And if you have great people with great systems, you have a great company. No more complex than that. Consistency. I'm consistent in my action. I think this one's a very important part of it. I'm consistent in my action so that my clients and teammates can feel comfortable in dealing with me at all times. If you want referrals from your clients, you've got to be consistent. You've got to be turning up on time. You've got to be reliable. They've got to know that there is consistency. I'm disciplined in my work, so my results, growth and success are consistent as well. Lack of discipline leads to lack of consistency. It always has. And so being disciplined, doing the work that needs to be done first so that we can get there. See, these are the ideal traits of a great business coach. In fact, if you look at it, they're the ideal traits of a great business owner. Gratitude. I'm a truly grateful person. I say thank you and show appreciation often and in many ways so that all around me know how much I appreciate everything and everyone I have in my life. A lack of gratitude definitely leads to a lack of success, because where we show gratitude, we get more. It's pretty simple in that manner. I celebrate my wins and the wins of my clients and team. You've got to be willing to celebrate other people's wins, otherwise you struggle to get your own. I consistently catch myself and other people doing things right. What was that book called? A great little book called Whale Done. Simple little book, but it talked about coaching a killer whale and training a killer whale. You don't coach it by, smacking it when it does the wrong thing. You coach it by rewarding it when it does the right thing. So consistently catch other people and yourself doing things right. Point 14, abundance. I'm an abundant person. I deserve my abundance and I'm easily able to both give and receive it. Took me a long while to learn this lesson, I think. A great teacher, Reverend Ike, Dr. Frederick Ike, and I had to learn that I was worthy of success and worthy of those things. Otherwise, you'd go into self-sabotage and stuff. And I'm easily able to both give and receive abundance. I allow abundance in all areas of my life by respecting my own self-worth and that of others. As a business coach, if you don't respect your own self-worth, you start giving away your time then that's not actually abundance. Not being rewarded for the value you add is not abundance. Just giving is not abundance. I'm rewarded to the level that I create abundance for others, and I accept that abundance only shows up in my life to the level at which I show up. That one's an important one. If you show up, the opportunities will. If you show up, the clients will. If you show up, when you show up as the most amazing human being that you are, you follow the 14 points of culture, you live by our vision and our mission statement, amazing things will happen in your life. Maybe Action Coach is for you, maybe it's not. These 14 points of culture are the things we strive to live by. It's who we strive to be. And I hope if it's for you, then you strive to be it too. Take care. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed our 14 points of culture and get a chance to have a listen to my video and watch the ones on the history of the company and also our vision and mission. Take care. Bye for now. Look forward to meeting you at some stage soon.